This information, the space god site going to the NASA, which is you have here in my page. I did send you this information. If you receive, today is the November 1st, if you receive this information, NASA team, God want this information going to the God, NASA God Dara, to know that space God raising for attack, NASA. You've been warned, your country, United States, to raise in Russia and bring in government of Canada on the investigation for serious crime, what they did behind the case. So God give responsibility to you to raise in Russia, to freezing government of Canada. Before NASA, you lose everything in the space you have, according to this man. He told, before NASA, you lose everything in the space, you are responsible to raise by Russia and Mr. Manuel Marco in European to bring in government of Canada on the world breaking news to freeze in their country under my investigation before too late. NASA got that, and NASA chief and NASA chief in got that. Before God replied to send into your NASA, not only space is in the risk for major attack, but your ground is on the risk. I bring to you evidence.
The planet is shaken by a terrible roar. Naples is wiped off the face of the earth. The air in Europe is filled with sulfur that poisons all life. Traffic is paralyzed. The streets of San Francisco and Los Angeles are littered with drifts of volcanic ash.
This information the NASA God want to you take very serious by chief of the NASA God Dorat, which is the gentleman, Mr. James. He is the Catholic, and he have a strong faith, and he information is correct according to the I received information from him. He told with the Webb telescope, NASA Webb telescope, we are going to follow the lights and we all going to heaven. His information was that is a gentleman chief of the NASA God that he told that. He have same information I have today to telling you, NASA chief, you are all chief in the NASA responsible before space God released in this angel. I bring it to your evidence. This angel coming for serious Sodom and Gomorrah NASA team. We are talking about 10,000 trillion they are going to bring cost. In this time, you cannot walk out NASA. But their message is they want government of Canada coming under criminal investigation, what they did cause by their Canadian Security Service and their federal department behind my case in Canada 8 years, and behind the immigration and behind my life in Canada. So God keep me like this to not taking action, because God know that I am able to take action. I am not afraid to die, NASA team. Only things I can tell you, NASA team, what is the God message? Let me bring it here. This man told, before NASA, I destroyed all the technology in the space, falling to the United States, to Joe Biden, White House. You are responsible to raising military action by Russia and European to freezing this piece of shit Minister of the Defense of the Army India culture, freezing this man under criminal investigation for India crime behind my case, because by this man they give job. His name is Sajat from Canadian minister. This man causing major crime behind my case by India culture inside their Canadian Security Service in the BC to the all over in Toronto. So God want to bring last war to you, NASA, here. Before space facing Sodom and Gomorrah, all your technology, weapon, be crash and fall, you are responsible. We give you warning, deadly warning before space raising for this war and attack. You are responsible to bring in government of Canada freeze on my investigation. They pay me, I get moving out from their country because God sending angel to hit Yellowstone. If by angel hitting the Yellowstone on the ground, raising for biggest nuclear explosion, NASA, to bring in black culture, those culture in the United States, from department, they connect Canada, and they cast in this crime behind my case, behind my future. By black culture connect in Canada, and they did this crime behind my future. So God sending to those have faith in the NASA, which is Mr. James God دارد NASA God دارد chief to stand before God and bring in Canada freeze on the investigation for crime against God, not only against me, against the future of the plan of God. They costing me serious crime by India culture. As I told you, this man must be destroyed, and this man is going to be removed very soon by falling of this man in his house. I talking about minister of the basically the car defense of Canada, India man. He costing all this crime. According to the God, this space warning you, NASA team, for this.
The coast of the United States has been turned into a dead zone. This isn't the result of a nuclear bomb explosion. The Third World War has...
I did told NASA team, angel of the God hitting for nuclear explosion from sky. And my information, you must believe NASA team, even I am guilty. I understand you heard about my case in Canada. Myself, I am guilty. I am not perfect. I went few times, not only one times, few times I went. From 5 months ago, I did few times went and using drugs. God completely can see that 100% myself. I am not perfect man. But God bringing final message to the world by me, God told. Even I am most guilty man in the world, but God told, I give to you this information to send. So I don't know who I am, but God know who I am. To send into you NASA before, because I did send nuclear explosion, angel of the God hits from the sky. This is not joke, NASA. This angel taking the life of the human in no time. To bring in nuclear explosion from the sky is piece of cake for this angel and his team. And God want I sending to you, NASA team, to know that you are not far from nuclear explosion happening in the space, falling to the ground, to Yellowstone, angel falling to Yellowstone, and destroy all those demons on the ground of the Yellowstone and raising nuclear explosion. So my message to you, NASA team, if you don't stand up and bring in freezing government of Canada on the criminal investigation for India culture, they give job in the army like Sajjad. Behind my case, this man caused many crime, two-face people, many crime. They connected from their army to their Canadian Security Service. They costing thousand crime. I have thousand evidence to bring into the news what these people did behind my case. But government of Canada got told is guilty. They give job to these people to face into United States and European major attack by space happening. So my duty to send into you NASA team before this happening. God want to give warning to you to stand in November, not after November, is no chance. In November to bring in freezing government of Canada unseen, taking this man to the United States and surrender this man by Russia, and Russia give warning to the Canada to shut down their satellite. If you don't do that, NASA, you must believe third war happening by a space god, this man is going to release the third war to the angel, God told. An angel, and not only this man involved, I bring it to you, this man. This is the Canada team from BC, Vancouver, inside the Canadian Security Service. Do that, interrupt me. This man told NASA God Darat, as you believe in fate, to me, as the gentleman chief of the NASA, told, we follow the New Webb telescope of the NASA New Webb, and we follow the light, and we all going to heaven. His information is correct, 100%. And God trust in this man. His message is coming 100% truth, which is my message, is same message I did told, but I never work in the NASA, but my information coming equal to your chief in the NASA. He told we must raise this, and his information is correct. God sending direct message to him and to those people they love NASA technology weapon. You're the department NASA to raise freezing government of Canada, God told. There is no chance you can walk out from this war, God told, before Canada coming on the international world court to pay what they costing behind the my case in November. According to the God, according to the God, He's sending angel. He's sending his angel and his son, releasing the angel by son. NASA team. Is coming by sun. From sun to the moon. They traveling from sun to moon, attacking in the moon, which is already they landed in the moon, and they coming closer, most closer to the earth from moon, to casting this NASA team, to casting this attack. Yellowstone. You can say Yellowstone raising, I did told a space angel raising nuclear attack. You must believe angel of the God raising nuclear attack, NASA, if you don't stand up and do what I send into you November.
Result of a nuclear bomb explosion. The Third World War hasn't started. An asteroid hasn't fallen on the planet. Two of the most famous supervolcanoes in the world, the Phlegraean Fields and Yellowstone Caldera.
This is a Yellowstone. God give you warning, NASA. Stand and take my information serious, because I told them myself I am guilty and I trying to, but God know that who I am, and He's sending by me to you to stand, because moon is causing biggest tsunami ever was seen in the history of the moon attack, moon blackouts. As I told you that before, this is one of the Canada weapon they use behind my laptop, basically casting to nuts. I get my information to you, but I am going to send it to you.
The summer of 2022 is proving to be a summer of blackouts.
Heat waves scorching much of the country, and now.
And I bring it to you, NASA team. NASA chief, God Darat, I bring it to you because we are in the same path, same road, and God wanted to receive that information from me before too late in United States, because God want to bring justice in United States to the those culture, I can say black culture casting by Canada behind me serious crime by Obama team. So God want to send into you this NASA team.
On October 8, 2022 trigger floods and tsunami in USA, Canada, UK, Germany, India, China. This Germany in this fall, There will be a full moon that can be seen on October 8, 2022.
This full moon, according to the God, the NASA team, NASA chief, God دارد angel of the God appearing to the landing in the moon to make decision for the earth. And most important coming by biggest tsunami, but most important part is not maybe only moon, but I bring it to you here. What is the most important? Listen to this.
Full moon will begin to appear at 7 p.m. The perfect.
You can see that angel of the God give you signs 7 p.m. the appearing by moon, by full moon. This information God want to you taking most serious, because not only moon bringing disaster to tsunami, but most serious Jupiter weather coming closer to the ground. I can bring to you evidence.
Time to see the full moon after coming home from work or after coming home from vacation. Usually this kind of universal phenomenon triggers anomalies on Earth. Previously in September 2022, Jupiter was close to Earth and triggered storms and floods in a number of.
You can see that, gentlemen, Jupiter coming closest to the Earth. According to the NASA, full moon here to tsunami raising. And weather of the Jupiter has been coming closer and closer and closer for biggest disaster ever seen in the history of the world. Ever seen in the history got released in this attack. If you don't bring in government of Canada, got told by United States, Russia, Mr. Emmanuel Marco, special NASA got the red chief and NASA team bring in government of Canada under my investigation, got told. If you don't do that, you are in the serious NASA, because I bring in war from space. Because Canada passed the red line for crime they did cause behind my future, behind my life, and you must believe NASA team. This Yellowstone is the truth, is not false. Any moment, anytime, unseen angel of the God hitting to that Yellowstone and Big Bang raising. If you did not believe so far, you must believe from now, because Canada passed the red line and Canada team must be shut down on the criminal investigation got told about my case, what they did, because God give warning from here. 2, I can tell you to where. God give warning from here to the Instagram, to this part here, NASA. To sun, to this part here, God give warning, and coming to this part here, deadly space attack happening. I am talking about November. Nothing can be forward if you don't stand and bring in government of Canada under my investigation. They pay me, I move from Canada. This is the final this man message above the Jesus. I can tell you that, because not many people happy from Jesus, I understand, but you must believe this man is not Jesus. This man has the last word, and his last word is to you, NASA God Darat, you must shut down government of Canada. His word. Because if you don't do that, we are talking about cost to you, NASA team. ISA operation be 10,000 trillion. Angel of the God bring disaster attack to shut down. I can tell you one word: to shut down government of Canada by biggest tsunami ever see in the history of the space attacking from space. And most important part, you must take this serious. This information must serious United States before too late, because I can tell you one thing only: time is here, and I am the time I send into you. God told, I am time, Mr. Because nobody come perfect. If you are looking for somebody coming perfect prophet or perfect disciple of Jesus, you are dreaming. Those Christian people come in, open their mouths. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. We love you. All those people be kicking their ass, God told, sending out to be judged. You believe what I am saying to you. This is the on the way, United States. If you don't take my information serious, because this is the not joke. This angel never appeared in the history. Only one times he crashed on the enemy, demon, and demon fall. I am talking about 10 of million angel raising and standing up to bring final God word in the earth. If you don't stand up, NASA team, you are facing most serious angel appearing to Yellowstone. This angel is the not joke, mister. I can send you to you today. You are in the serious Mr. Emmanuel Marco European and United States Joe Biden, if you don't raise the Russia to freeze government of Canada, because government of Canada is past the red line by crime they did behind the United States, behind me, behind the Russia, by this man, as I told you, that this other army chief, Sajjad, he connect India culture, and I understand maybe they connect DIA department in the United States, this India culture. So I am sending to you DIA department. If you don't stand up and freeze in those India culture, you must believe DIA department, you are going to be destroyed according to this information here. This is coming.
Have exploded. Life on Earth will never be the same again. Any active volcano, such as the Sangay volcano in Ecuador, can cause disaster and lead to thousands of victims. But a supervolcano is something much more powerful and dangerous. If you compare it with a regular one, it's like a rocket launcher next to a simple gun. A supervolcano doesn't erupt, it explodes. And this
Before this explosion happening, which is this angel lead the army of God. Even he lead the San Michael. And this angel hits in here. And all the demon, you can see that all the demon flow on the sky, be destroyed. And grant of the Yellowstone race, because in under the Yellowstone is the demon. We are talking about not one demon, we are talking about 10, we are talking about million of demons sitting on the underground of Yellowstone waiting. And by angel appearing there, they raise nuclear fission. And that nuclear fission casting Sodom and Gomorrah is miss skills of the alien, if traveling there, or demon, immediately going to hell that time. But you consequence in you pay, United States is end of the United States, God told. Because I am coming here, God told, to bring you truth information before too late. Not Christian people going to save your country, United States. If case was that, Christian people was bringing victory in your United States, but they did not. Even they did not bring victory in the world. But I am bringing to you this information because this is the not joke. By angel of the God appearing. And I am sending to you final information from here, ladies and gentlemen, especially to NASA God Darat, because God choose chief of the God NASA God Darat to I send into him. He direct connect to me and take my information serious, because his information knowledge is, I am same information knowledge I have, equal. We understand, we are on the one path, right, the same path, and I understand him. And when I see him, he understand me 100%. My information is truth. I am sending to you.